So Kevin Smith spent more than a year lying about the new He-Man show, lying about Clownfish TV, and you know what? He owes everyone, Clownfish TV, viewers, longtime fans, he owes them an apology. Don't want to take my word for it? Oh, that's fine. Here you have Polygon telling you that Masters of the Universe Revelation Review, it's a radical reimagining of He-Man. Yeah, you don't even have to watch the show. It's repeated over and over and over again in the media to the point that you know the man, he lied about this. Now, fans, they are rightfully irritated by this too. They should be, by the way. Again, they were deceived about a product. You had a guy attack them if they said anything about it, and they've let this be known. You can see the 26% average audience score. And how does Kevin Smith take this? Well, he does exactly what he did to Clownfish TV to the consumers. He says it's not real. It's quote-unquote review bombing. Why? Because he's in full press damage control mode. He thinks this will fool somebody. Well, you know what, Kevin? You can get all of your buddies to help do damage control. Pull up all of the articles you want, because at the end of the day, really, the only person you're fooling is yourself. Now, apologize to Clownfish TV. Man, I've been looking forward to doing this video all day long. Why? Because it is vindication. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you're doing excellently. If you would, share this everywhere. Everyone needs to know what happened. The media, they are not going to tell you that Clownfish TV was right. Also, feed that pesky algorithm. Likes, comments, helps this move. Sub to the channel, make sure you still are. And if you haven't, consider it and thank you. So the first thing that I feel needs to be done is demolishing this rhetoric here about ism, about dude bros, and about review bombing. Why? Because this is the fallback of desperate people, and it's fun knocking it all down. See, Kevin Smith's media cronies and those Netflix shills alike, you know, the people that take money from Netflix, get paid for their reviews. They say, oh, the audience reacting negatively to this, that's not real. We need to do damage control. That's review bombing. And don't you find it fascinating that places like Screen Rant, they don't even bother to hide the fact that the people doing this supposed review bombing are He-Man fans. You know, the consumers you should be aiming for. But hey, you know, this isn't going to do damage, right? Because hey, current year. Meanwhile, the reality of why people are irritated, it goes back to the showrunner, Kevin Smith, and him attacking folks like Clownfish TV. He called them out specifically, by the way. The media, they dogpiled on that, and it was all based on a lie. But hey, they're not going to tell you that, are they? So here's Clownfish TV. This is March 10th. Again, this is a year ago. So this lie, it has continued for over a year. But Clownfish TV said that my understanding of Kevin Smith's He-Man series from an alleged insider, Teela is a better He-Man than Adam, and he steps aside to let her and his girlfriend take over hero duties. If true, again, they treated this like a rumor. They said if true, and it's right, by the way, this won't play well. Kevin Smithy steps in and he says, as a showrunner, I really could have used these story suggestions before we locked the script. However, no, He-Man does not stepping aside and Teela has no girlfriend in our show. The storyline is pretty dark and way metal. Before Revelation, we were calling it End of the Universe. Fast forward to now and the show being out, though, and even if you haven't seen it at all, I'm going to read you these episode synopses. There's only 5 of them, and you tell me when we read this who exactly is the main character. So episode 1, The Power of Grayskull. Eternia celebrates Teela as its new man-at-arms, but the knighting ceremony is cut short when Skeletor leads a full-scale attack on Grayskull. Number 2, Poison Chalice. Now mercenaries, Teela and her partner accept a job from a mysterious woman to retrieve an old goblet from deep within Snake Mountain. Number 3, Most Dangerous Man in Eternia. While defending a village from Triclops' cult, Teela's group meets Man-at-Arms who is struggling to keep Orko alive using the town's magic water. Number 4, Land of the Dead. Separated from her companions in Subternia, Teela faces a sinister entity who offers her half of the Sword of Power in exchange for her fears. And your final episode, a familiar figure warns Teela and the others that there may be no escape from Paternia. Roboto risks his mechanical body to reforge the Sword of Power. Now, you don't have to be a rocket surgeon or Rick and Morty smart to understand that it's not He-Man that is the connective tissue here. It's Teela, with most other characters reduced to words like her partner, group, her companions, or others. They're not even given names. And what makes what he said even worse is that he allowed the media to feed on this. He allowed Clownfish TV to have their name dragged through the mud. And the worst part about this is that Kevin Smith, he tries to flex repeatedly, saying, I know the script, I'm the showrunner here, and those folks over at Clownfish TV, they're wrong. Again, apologize, Kevin Smith. You'll notice that this post here, this is from May, so we're talking about 2 months from that first one. You have Clownfish TV, they're posting part of an article from Screen Rant, and they just say, told you. So Masters of the Universe Revelation isn't a reboot, but a sequel series, as it will pick up where the original 1980 series left off. Then listen to this part here. One major difference is that though He-Man will certainly be around, he won't be the main protagonist anymore. Instead, the focus will be on Teela. So that's what he's directly refuting. This show, it's not going to be about Teela. Kevin Smith says, with all due respect to Screen Rant, I've read every Masters official script from our shows, plus wrote a few, and viewed 4 amazing animatics. While Teela is as present as she's always been in the Masters of the Universe adventures, and she plays a big role, our series is literally all about He-Man. Yeah, it's not at all. Now, Kevin Smith, he gets called out too, with someone saying, you know what, if you're lying about this stuff, if you're actually bashing people with no reason, that's messed up, man. And I'm saying that as a fan. Quote, hi, Kevin Smith. I love you, man, but if you bash someone and belittled them, and it turns out they were right, then I don't know, man. That sucks. And you notice he's using that March 11th post again. So he says, there's no side to my story. This was my only interaction with the tweeter prior to the correction I tweeted yesterday. I honestly don't see where I bashed or belittled anyone. I thought it was an extremely good-natured, non-combative exchange. Am I misreading my own tweet? So he's telling you, this is my only exchange there, but also, I'm being correct here. I'm not bashing people. I'm setting things right. Again, you need to apologize to Clownfish TV. Oh, and to set the record straight, Kevin Smith did indeed attack them. He attacked them individually, saying that they were perpetuating fake headlines. They were using faux insider info, and he tagged them in so he could make sure he calls them out and sends people their way. And those people, they never relent. So also, at Real Clownfish TV, instead of posting your faux insider info, again saying that is fake insider info, here's a real story. And notice Mattel is part of this too, because he's utilizing them as a bludgeon to go after Clownfish TV and to say, yeah, you can't believe them at all. Made a behind-the-scenes video featuring our actors' recordings. So a fan took some of Mark and Lena's dialogue, spliced them into old Filmation clips. Look, here it is. But yeah, he never attacked them. Never went after them at all. Yep, Kevin Smith, you owe Clownfish TV an apology. You also owe an apology to your consumers. You misled them. And then, after misleading them, you went out, you've attacked them, saying, oh my gosh, they're review bombing the product. Not they're reacting to the product that you lied about negatively. No, they're attacking this, and there's no reason whatsoever. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. Not Kevin Smith. Don't care what you think. Everyone else, though, let me know what you think about it. As always, too, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this work. Thank you. Also, you want to help out the channel? Links in the description. Always can use your help. But you being here, that matters. So thank you. Appreciate you. See you soon.